Hey everyone, it's Michael. I hope you're doing well today, and I have a review here for a film that I've always wanted to see. I just never got around to it. I've been hearing about the movie for ages, and that is Fanboys from 2009. It's hard to believe this is almost 20 years old at this point. Fanboys is such a wild film. It's not like a parody or anything, despite what the picture on the screen may show you. Essentially, this is taking place in 98, if I remember correctly. A group of friends, they want to do a cross-country trip for their friend who's sick to see Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, before it comes out. They plan on going to Skywalker Ranch, where George Lucas makes his Star Wars stuff back in the day. And I didn't realize they would actually, have it at Skywalker Ranch. Maybe not inside, that's probably all fake sets and stuff, but at least going there. And I like road trip films every once in a while. They're kind of repetitive, but this is one of the ones, to me, that kind of break the mold and are really funny. It's a comedy. It's a nerd comedy on top of that. But, you have, the nerds in the group. Dan Fogler is in this, for example. I really like him from Take Me Home Tonight and Fantastic Beasts movies and stuff. I've been a fan of him for a long time. I'm glad he's still kind of working here and there. But anyway, they all decide to go out to this place to try to sneak in, break in, whatever, and watch Phantom Menace for the first time ever. No one has seen it at this point. It hasn't come out yet. And being a fan of Phantom Menace, I was curious what they would do with it. There's not as much commentary on the movie, just so you know. But you're pretty much following the road trip. And they have this whole Star Wars versus Star Trek type of thing, too, where they'll encounter groups of Trekkies in different places. They have Comic-Con conventions and stuff. There's Las Vegas in this movie. I gotta tell you, I watched this on Tubi. Thank God it finally popped up on there. I'd completely forgotten about it until I saw this pop up the other day. And Fanboys made me laugh so much. Whether you're a Star Wars fan, primarily if you're a Star Wars fan, but also if you like Star Trek or some other things here and there, the movie has so many good jokes for geekdom. And I'm not talking just goofy lightsaber fights with toys. I'm talking about the celebration of Star Wars. I'm talking about the celebration of Phantom Menace, if you like that movie. And even if you don't, I feel like there's things in here to laugh at. It's a great character piece. You have some familiar faces in here, like Dan Fogler, I mentioned. You also have Kristen Bell in the film as the one geek girl in the group. Then you have some other cameos and stuff from other actors. Seth Rogen is in here. God. I can't stand Seth Rogen, I'm going to be honest with you. At least he's kind of in and out of the movie, so he's not there for a super long time, maybe 5 minutes of screen time. But the rest of the group of friends, I like them as well. There's the whole, typical, I'm a geek and therefore I'm kryptonite to girls and they don't like me. That kind of stuff is here. There's a tad smidge of a little bit of a love story in here, but that's it. I mean, we're talking 2% of the movie. They travel around in this, black van that Dan Fogler owns that has, when the Star Wars DVDs came out of the original trilogy and they had, the black and silver kind of repainting of the old poster for Star Wars. That's what they have on the side of the van and stuff. It looks awesome, man. But the actual van itself on the inside is kind of like one of those 1970s shag vans, like the characters you're driving around in Freddy vs. Jason with the shag carpet and stuff. But this van, since it's a Star Wars van, it's supposed to be kind of decked out to be kind of very Star Wars themed, very X-Wing pilot cockpit themed on the inside. On the outside, they have an R2-D2 head that moves around that's built into the van. It doesn't talk to them or anything. It is the 90s, but as a decoration, it's kind of cool. There's a lot of sound effects that I don't really know. I'm curious, and I tried to find this out, but I didn't do heavy research on it. Was this something that was made by fans for an indie budget? Because it doesn't look like it. It looks like a professional comedy from the 2000s, almost the 2010s. Was this produced and made by Lucasfilm? I don't think it was. I didn't see their stamp on it anywhere. You don't have something like Lucas in the movie. But between sound effects and I don't think they ever had Star Wars music in here, the John Williams stuff, but they had plays up on that. Not remakes, not a remix or anything, but plays on that. Songs that sound kind of like it, for the intro of the movie and stuff. But a lot of the aesthetic, in a galaxy a lot. Damn, I can't even remember the beginning of Star Wars movies. The long ago and all that shit. What is it? A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Jesus, I'm sorry, guys. I swear to you, I'm a huge Star Wars fan my whole life. I don't know why I couldn't get that together. But anyway, all those little things, do they have to pay royalties to do that? I could not see how they could not have to do that. And like the posters for this film, like I'm assuming the one I have for this video is the one where there's like a 40-year-old virgin parody with the Darth Vader helmet on a guy. I don't know. I don't know how they managed to get the rights to all this stuff and not have to pay royalties for a lot of the stuff they did. I feel like you'd have to even pay royalties to have Skywalker Ranch filmed and put in this movie. I'm assuming that's the same one. It looks like what I remember it looking like back in the day from the Revenge of the Sith behind the scenes documentaries and stuff. But anyway, as a Star Wars fan, this is so well done. This was such a fun and funny movie. I feel like it's the kind of thing you could put on, with your parents in the room who are normies, or they know that you like Star Wars, but maybe they like more of comedies. I feel like all of you guys could have a good time with this. It is such a well-made comedy. It's genuinely funny, but it makes me sad because even as a road trip movie, you don't get movies like this anymore. You don't have the kind of jokes, and again, it's not a raunchy movie by any means, but the kind of jokes you could have in movies back in the day, you can't say them anymore because people get so damn offended. This wouldn't be made now. This movie, as new and recent as it is, I know it's almost 20 years old, but still, as new and recent as this is, even at the time that it came out in 2009, I feel like it was kind of more edgy than people would give it credit for. I really enjoyed this. I'm so glad I finally got a chance to watch it. If you haven't seen Fanboys, you should watch it, especially if you want a good laugh. There's some really good moments in here. The ending, not like the last scene of the movie, but the kind of third act is a little weak. It's like a lot of 2000s comedies where things get a little too, I don't know, it gets a little too out there for me. But I still like this enough that I would totally buy this movie. I would totally buy a physical copy for my collection. I may very well do that this week on eBay. But anyway, if you haven't seen it before, definitely give it a shot. There's other movies out there that are dedicated to Star Wars. I know there was one that was the date of the release of Star Wars. I don't know what that movie's about. It's not a documentary. It's a real movie. I need to check that out too sometime. So maybe I will if it's on Tubi or something for free. Anyway, what do you think about Fanboys? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What did you think? Thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all. Catch you later, and goodbye.